So yeah, I'm, Billy, I'm junior at LVC.
I'm Sherelle Bryant, a sophomore at LVC.
Okay. What kinds of challenges and stuff do you guys face from day to day? First of all, tell us what you mentioned your clinical diagnosis earlier.
We're both Asperger's.
And I have ADD as well.
Okay. So then now tell us what kinds of challenges and stuff you face and maybe how you deal with those from day to day.
Well, it's kind of a tough question, but I guess the largest would be focus. I have a lot of trouble doing what I'm supposed to be doing, keeping track of all the different things that I have to deal with.
What kinds of things help you deal with them, I guess? Or do what you need to do? How does having Asperger's affect school? I guess, like, do you have certain subjects that you're really good at, or?
It's kind of a tough question because, I mean, it's very difficult to pin something down to just your disorder or just how you are.
That's understandable.
I mean, for instance, am I better at language because I have Asperger's, or is that just something I picked up?
What about socially? How does having Asperger's affect you?
Are these questions for both of us? Or
You guys can feel free to answer.
Oh, okay.
Either one of you.
I'll let this one because for me this is kind of this has always been my sort of my biggest weakness is sort of socially. I'm very awkward. And I'm unlike, Billy with a hard time focusing, I usually get hyper-focused on certain things. So then, I only want to talk about, a couple things, and then, people get annoyed with me, and they sort of think I'm weird. So I've always kind of had a hard time with the friend-making thing. But
how have you maybe overcome that, or how do you deal with that day to day, or?
I just sort of try. I try to remember, okay, if I make this obscure reference to this thing I like, is anyone else going to get the joke, or am I going to look like a creeper? So I kind of weigh, what can I say to what people, and so it's sort of harder, I actually have to kind of study it, facial expressions and tone of voice I had to learn from watching other people, and I think I'm getting it, a little bit, but, yeah.
I didn't ask Dan this question, but I want to ask you guys, if you guys had the choice, would you change who you are? What?
Want to hit this one first, Billy, or should I?
Absolutely not.
I'm in agreement.
I mean, various disorders that I have, if that's what you want to call them, are an integral part of who I am. I mean...
That's awesome. If you guys...
Yeah, same here. I mean, yeah, maybe I annoy people, but I think I just wouldn't be me if I wasn't, big Disney geek pony collector person who with sort of socially awkwardness. Because for some people they think I'm weird, but for the friends that I do have, some of them think it's kind of funny or, amusing, and,
Awesome. Any final thoughts or last words about the topic, what we're talking about?
I think a lot of people think, Asperger's especially, is it's a disorder. It's well, it's a different order. We think of some things differently, and so that makes some things weaker, like social skills, and even motor skills is another one of my things. But, other things are stronger. We tend to be better at sort of visual thinking, and so some other things. And, the nerds of the world, rule it well. Who do you think most of them are? Gatsby's. So, that's my take on it. So, might seem tough, but yeah, hang in there, because there's gifts that come with the bad parts.
Awesome. Thank you very much, guys.
Actually, I have something I would like to say as well.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, one of the biggest problems I've encountered with my disorder, and, well, I see this in the people around me, too, is, well, how we're treated. I mean, people find out that you have Asperger's, and...
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah, they assume that you are a disorder rather than a person. I mean, you meet one of us and you've met one of us. I mean, there's so many different ways it affects us, and some people get some symptoms, and others don't get certain symptoms.
That's very true. You guys are very unique. Just from talking to Dan, and you guys are going to talk to Cody in a minute. I think you guys are each very unique.
People will just, assume I know what Asperger's is, so I know you.
That's not how it works.
And frankly, that's a stereotype, and a damaging one at that, in both the medical community and among regular people.
It's just that some of the stereotypes just aren't true.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we can never have social skills. We hate all forms of any sort of friendships.
Yeah, a big one is that we don't have emotions.
Yeah.
We do.
Obviously.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.